Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Friday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham, and I am joined today by Uncle T-Bone himself, Mr. Wade Bennett. Thank you so much.
I'm glad to be back on the Auburn Blitz. And that's right, War Eagle. We are back, and if I'm back, that means college football is just right around the corner. It could be the official college football aficionado for Lake Martin on the show this fall. That remains to be seen. But it's always fun to be up here, especially with my good friend Andy Graham, one of the best ones in the sports talk world. So thanks for having me back.
That's why we have you on here, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We appreciate that. I appreciate
it's been too long.
It has been a while, and it's good to see you again. What you been up to?
Just work, man, and trying to beat the heat. This is unreal outside.
How's that going?
Both are wearing me down. I can tell you that, just like everyone else out there. So when I got the call to come in out of the bullpen, the AT&T call to the bullpen from Brett to host Friday, I was like, absolutely, I'm out of here. I just threw it all out about an hour ago and said, we're going to start the weekend early right here at the Auburn Blitz.
No other way to do it. A lot to talk about today. A lot going on in the world of sports. We'll take advantage of not having Wade here for a while. We'll get his thoughts on the upcoming season. We'll talk about that. Auburn's chances, what to be better or worse. We kind of dove into that a little bit a couple of weeks ago. We'll kind of revisit that a little bit, look at the schedule. We'll talk about, of course, Jabari Smith going number 3. All day yesterday it was Jabari Smith going number 1. Jabari Smith's going number 1. It's going to go Jabari Smith, Chet Holmgren, and then it's going to be Banchero. And then last night, it went Banchero, Holmgren, Smith. It is what it is. That's the way it is. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I think it would be cool if it was number 1 pick.
Sure.
But, I mean, it ain't like this is going to be a detriment to his career.
No, and it looks like from everything I read this morning, Houston's one of the big winners in the draft. And I know for a fact they got a heck of a player in Jabari Smith. Anyone would have been lucky to get him and then turn around and get the kid from LSU. That's a heck of a couple of picks in the top 10 of the draft. Look, first, second, third, whatever, Auburn has 2 first-round picks last night. It's just another progression in the Bruce Pearl Auburn basketball program. He keeps just knocking these things off the list, getting us back in the tournament, getting us a regular season championship, getting us a SEC tournament championship, getting us to a Final Four, getting us to a first-time AP number 1 ranking, getting a couple of first-round draft picks for Auburn. So where are we going? What's the next step? What's the next domino to fall?
There's one big one.
That's exactly right. And you keep pushing and you keep pushing and you keep knocking things off the checklist, and all of a sudden, if everything breaks right, we're rolling Toomer's corner. I think it's coming sooner than later.
I would hope so. And you got to put yourself there. You got to put yourself in the tournament. You got to be in the tournament to win the tournament. And the more often that you're there, the more comfortable you are playing in that tournament, the better, obviously, the better talent you have. It is so difficult, especially in a tournament-type setting, when you got 68 teams, and most of them really good teams. It is so hard to win a national championship. It's really hard to get to the Final Four. But like I say, the more opportunities you give yourself, obviously, just by the law of averages, a better chance you have. And you look, I mean, you think about Syracuse. They got there. So they got there, and they kept losing. And they finally broke through in 2003. It seemed like Maryland, they get there, and they finally win it, in 2003. So Auburn's, as you were saying, Bruce Pearl, all these things are starting to become the norm, the expectation, and I think it's just a matter of time.
Am I detecting a more positive Friday with a lack of a few of our good friends that are normally here, Andy. I'm with you. I mean, I'm like, look, I thought about it on the ride up from Auburn and listening to sports talk radio about the draft and how far that Auburn's come now in 10 years in basketball when it was just the complete doldrums of the college basketball world. It had this beautiful broken down Cadillac in the Auburn arena, and it was completely useless under the people who were running it at the time, and then it just took the right man at the right time to get in there. And I'm telling you, it's just like Auburn basketball is really good right now, okay? And it's really good consistently, but all they're doing is just getting a little bit better every day. So if they just get a little bit better in a couple of key situations and get maybe one more player, they're right there. They are on the cusp of it. And I think that Bruce Pearl, if he can't do it, then nobody can.
Yeah, the old pea patch. You know,
Yeah.
if Bruce Pearl can't do it, we just need to implode the Auburn arena. And
Well,
make it a
I don't
pea
know
patch.
about that because it's an exciting place, and regardless if they ever get over the hump and get that trophy in the case, Auburn basketball is highly relevant on a national scene, and I can tell you there's been many years in my life where I didn't think that would ever occur.
Talking about first, the highest pick ever for an Auburn team, Jabari Smith goes number 3, and 2 first-rounders, him going number 3 and Walker Kessler going number 22. So congratulations to Walker as well. Going to the Grizz, and then they immediately trade him to the T-Wolves. So, but anyway, I wish the best for those guys and hope the next year's draft is even, we have an opportunity to maybe even get some more guys in there and maybe have 2 or 3 first-rounders. You think about what, let's see, out of the SEC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, only 5 SEC players go in the first round of the NBA draft, 2 from Kentucky, 2 from Auburn. Who would have, I mean, it just, if I would have told you that 10 years ago, you'd have punched me in the face and said, you're a liar.
Well, when we were coming up, there were a couple of moments, Andy, and, when you had, Charles Barkley, you had Chris Morris, you had the Rifleman, these were, I don't want to say flashes in the pan for Auburn basketball, but historically one of the worst basketball programs in the SEC. That's just fact. And then, it kind of went downhill a little bit, and then Chris Porter and Cliff Ellis had us rolling along pretty well. But other than that, there haven't been consistent year in, year out where you would ever thought that Auburn would be on the same level as Kentucky. You might get them every once in a while. You might catch them right at the right time. Old John Kaler might drop one from the corner on them and everyone go crazy. But, what Bruce Pearl has done is incredible, and, he's not stopping.
No.
This train has left the station. So when you're talking about also standing room only tickets for basketball games on StubHub at $200 in Auburn, Alabama, you got something going pretty good.
No question about it. On the same token, baseball, Bush Thompson's got that program in a great position. You talk about inching forward. Mention this, 2017, you make the regional. 2018, you make a super regional. 2019, you make the World Series. You don't win a game. All right, 2020, the season gets canceled. 2021, a lot of bad luck. Yeah,
Sure.
It happens.
That's baseball.
Lots of one-run games.
That's
losses.
baseball.
But you continue the progression in 2022. You not only get to the World Series, you win a game in the World Series. 2023, how about 2 games? I mean,
That's right.
It's we're inching, but hey, at least we're making progress.
Well, baseball's a naturally more slow game than basketball. Auburn is so fortunate right now out of the 3 sports, 2 out of the 3 are firmly in evident good hands. They're on parallel paths where they're going. The conductors are different. You look over there at Bruce Pearl and in a crowd, and then you look at Butch Thompson in a crowd, and they seem to be completely different people, right? But I can't think of a better baseball coach for Auburn right now other than when Hal Baird was at Auburn. The guy gets it. He gets Auburn. He gets baseball. One of the things, though, that I found most interesting this season was right here at the end when Auburn lost its first game to Ole Miss in the College Baseball World Series. Articles start coming about how Butch Thompson basically puts ego aside and starts reaching out to folks that he knows. How do we deal with this? In the moment, he's not like, oh, I got this. I'm the man. You know, I'm Joe Torre of Auburn, right? Or whatever. No shot at Joe Torre, but he's like, no. I'm going to reach out to Ray Tanner, from the former South Carolina coach. I'm going to reach out to the former Oregon State coach, and I'm going to get some advice. You know, people like that on top of their game, continuing to get mentorship, continuing to get coaching. When the coach is getting coached, you got the right man.
Yeah.
And that's the right fit at Auburn. And again, you just keep chipping away at it. They finally beat Stanford for once. You keep chipping away at it. We got one of them. We're going to be back. We're going to get a couple next time. Maybe we win that first one. Maybe we win that first two, and then it's on.
Yeah.
Another program where one of those programs, I'm keeping the faith in the next 10 years wins a national title.
That would be, again, if you're a betting person, and if you're talking about major programs in major sports, I mean, those are – the odds are the best for those two, with those two guys at the helm, and the way, and like you said, the trajectory that they're on.
Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Maybe it's a Friday, and we just want to believe here on a hot Friday in Lake Martin. But I love it, man. They've both done a wonderful job, and there's a lot of excitement, and the crowds are there, and the money's there, the revenue's there, the facilities are there.
Players are there.
Now it's time for the players to continue to come.
We're up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz, but never fear, we'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed, and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
At Glenn Smith in Opelika, we are proud to be celebrating our 30th anniversary. Enjoy big discounts on Chevrolet Buick and GMC SUVs. Chevy Equinox discounted up to $4,500. Buick Encores discounted up to $3,250. And GMC Acadias discounted up to $4,250. New inventory is arriving daily.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Wade here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do It Center. They got 10 locations around central Alabama. For all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be, go and check out Russell Do It Center today. You'll be glad that you did. Patrick chimes in and says that Houston ends up with Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, and Ty Washington. So kind of an all-SEC draft for the Houston Rockets, and I think they got a lot better, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get a draft like that, once every 10 years, that's the nucleus to build a real championship on in the NBA. I mean, that's you got three of the best players in college basketball, all from the same conference, all have been grinding and battling against each other for at least 1 year. I forget that most players are one and done these days. But
yeah.
What an impressive draft day for the Houston Rockets. I mean, Jabari Smith, I saw an article this morning where Bruce Pearl basically said, poke the bear, don't take him first at your own risk. But, he may have just absolutely landed in a perfect spot with those other two coming along with him.
I think you're exactly right. I'm right there on the same page. Patrick comes in with another comment, which is right. We were talking during the break. I think he's on the same page with you.
Okay.
So I'll ask you one question, then we'll move on.
Sure.
And we'll talk about some football. But World Series, we got Oklahoma, we got Ole Miss. It starts tomorrow. What do you think? Who you got?
Man, both of those teams are just playing such solid baseball. Oklahoma gets an extra day of rest while Ole Miss is out there fighting for their lives yesterday. I love the first baseman for Ole Miss. That guy's just a player. Tim Elko, I believe is his name. We were talking about him at the break, and we thought his name might be Mike Elko, but that was that crazy person who used to be the mental coach up at Alabama when Saban first got there and ramble on Feinbaum about the process. But I'm rambling now. I'm gonna take Ole Miss still, though. I'm keeping the SEC. They're just playing outrageous baseball and have been now for 4 weeks. They're on a heater. It might as well continue. I know you don't like that pick, but I'm going to take the Rebels.
I'm gonna say Oklahoma because I think their pitching rotation is set up better. Only because Ole Miss had to burn DeLucia yesterday instead of game 1. So
Yeah.
that's why I'll lean toward Oklahoma. So we'll see what happens with that.
College baseball and, obviously any baseball, if you don't have any pitching, it's just like not having a quarterback. Doesn't matter if you're playing flag football or in the NFL, you don't have a prayer.
Yeah.
Right? But college baseball is a little bit different because if the bats warm up, you can just shell good pitching real quick.
True.
And it is a neutralizer.
Oh, yeah.
And the way Ole Miss is hitting the ball right now, I mean, look, Oklahoma can pound it too. This going to be, let's see, I'll tell you this, though, it will be must-watch television. I'm glad it starts tomorrow night. Have that Sunday, too, hopefully into Monday. And I like how the baseball season in college kind of drags right here to the 4th of July because for me, after the 4th's done and we celebrate our independence as a country, it's SEC Media Days and college football's here.
Yeah.
So I kind of like how this is going on almost to the 4th.
Do you get Wimbledon at all? Breakfast
I
at
watch
Wimbledon?
a little Wimbledon,
Okay.
yeah. I played a little tennis growing up, believe it or not. We didn't have like Nintendo when I was growing up even, or computers. So we had to go find stuff to do. And we always played tennis in the summertime, even when it was this hot, because, the tennis courts were always open and free.
And free, yeah.
So,
and you only need one other person.
That's right. So you can find some other usually by that point there's 15 kids somewhere, though. So
True.
you can find one to come with you.
Patrick says, is it me? I really think Auburn football is going to shock the world.
All right. Well, here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Look, this is why, I speak for the average fan. And I'm not, full disclosure, I am no professional sports person, media member. I'm a fan, and a fan first, and will always be. And this is why I love fans. Because right now there's like hundreds of thousands of Patricks out there in South Carolina, the Bluegrass State, Northern California, Nebraska, and they're all like, I think we're coming back. I think we're going to be all right. And they're getting so positive and fired up. And I love it. I love it. That's being a fan. Mm-hmm. And we should all be better fans because sometimes, in full disclosure, I can be one of the worst. Me and Brett. Yeah. We cut from the same cloth there, but we're fans and we're loyal fans, and it is what it is. So that is a discussion we're going to probably have to save for a little bit more time, don't you think? I mean, are we going to be better? Heck yeah, we're going to be better. Could we be worse than last year?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man! Wow. If they roll out T.J. Finley, Patrick, just shut your TV off, is my opinion. I'm with Randy and them on that. Have we not seen enough of T.J. Finley?
I think that is the big question. Of course, if Auburn is going to shock their own fans, if they're going to shock the world, that's going to be one of the biggest issues. Who's going to be playing quarterback? It obviously is going to come down to T.J. Finley, Zach Calzada, and Robbie Ashford.
Right.
Just by judging on what took place during the spring. We talked about that. I was kind of very pleasantly surprised with what I saw from Robbie Ashford. I don't know as he could come in as a day one starter and be a Nick Marshall. I'm not talking about the same type of quarterback, but the same type of impact that he could have on the team. But maybe he could.
Look, the problem with Robbie Ashford in any kind of Nick Marshall comparison is this won't be a Nick Marshall type offense. This is a more prototype pro set. This is not hurry up, at least from what I saw last year. I think that when he was out at Boise, they did a good job mixing up some things. But that's if you want a Nick Marshall type athlete, you might as well just bring to be your quarterback. You might as well just bring Gus Malzahn back, and that ain't happening.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if anybody's inviting him back.
But I do think that Calzada is perfect for that type of offense. It's just how healthy he is, and the kid that they brought from Savannah last year, Holden Grenier, I think is your future there as a pro-type quarterback. We just got to get to there.
Yeah.
We just got to get through these rough couple of first years.
Hope you get another break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Wade here with you. We are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. They got any kind of real estate deal. You want a piece of property here on Lake Martin, you're looking for an existing home, you're looking for a place to build your dream home, a getaway cabin, whatever it might be. These are the people that you need to talk to. Big Fish Real Estate. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Everybody trying to get into Lake Martin. Everybody.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I can remember when we were going up to Lake Martin when I was a child in the early 80s, and to get to what you would call a cabin, which was normally a single wide trailer with a screened-in porch on it, you like had to basically go on the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're all dirt roads, no phones, no TVs. But it was great, man. You had the whole lake to yourself back then.
True, not anymore.
Had like a 12-foot Glastron with a Johnson 50 on it. You just thought you were the fastest thing on the lake. Those days are over, right?
Yeah, those days are over, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. July 18th through the 21st, my goodness, it'll be here before you know it. We'll blink, and it'll be SEC Media Days. Auburn on the last day, it will be the 21st, Brian Harsin, Josh Heupel, and Jimbo Fisher. They have separated Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban. Now, this was even before, this schedule came out before the dust-up. So they are they are 2 or 3 days apart.
I was about to say, I mean, what a genius move putting Jimbo Fisher last.
Yeah.
Everyone has to stick around.
True. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, Wade.
Okay.
But there was a disagreement between Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban. It made a few news outlets, but not many.
Yeah, that whole scene. First of all, do you go to media days?
I've been twice.
Okay.
But I hadn't been in years.
Are y'all gonna need me to get up there with the headset and the microphone and start interviewing folks?
Can we get you up there with a big satellite on your head?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like,
I'll get right up in Nick Saban's grill and start asking him his questions. I want to know where he gets his suits, man. He looks good all the time, dude.
True.
So Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban just they had a little disagreement, right? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about the lake and growing up, and when we grew up, things were different. We're kind of, I guess, we're starting to be more from what would be called the old school, because we're getting older. But when I was coming up, if a coach said that someone else had bought somebody or paid them or a team was bought, they basically were calling you a cheater. And Saban's more old school, and so is Fisher, than us. So he's really from the old school, like, the SMU days old school. Mm-hmm. So you're telling, and he's tried to come back and reel it all in. I didn't mean it like that. It was the NIL deal I was talking about. Whatever, man. You called A&M a bunch of cheaters, and Jimbo Fisher got the devil in him about it, and I don't blame him. Now, did they both go overboard? Yes. Some of these comments are ridiculous, like Saban saying that A&M's entire team was bought. Probably a slip of the tongue. He probably meant recruiting class coming in. Billy Lucci over there at TexasAgs.com got on every show in America really quickly after that and said, there's 10 players coming in early in this highest-ranked rivals class ever, and only one of them that he knew of had an NIL deal. I think there was a lot of hearsay involved in this. You had a lot of people in the Alabama media. I heard them on several shows locally and nationally talking about how they were told that recruits had told them that XYZ teams were offering ABC. There's a lot of hearsay. Nobody.
$30 million.
Yeah.
That class was $30 million.
The $30 million class. It's like the $180,000 quarterback who now, when you talk to folks that we bought allegedly in 2010, was like $7 million. So it's a lot of hearsay. One thing that bothers me more about it than anything is that Alabama had just a ridiculously good class. A&M, they were just a little behind A&M, but that wasn't quite good enough, right? Because we got beat. We'll trade our class with yours. How about that? Yeah. Okay? I mean, just any, so it's almost like this. And then you're talking about a bunch of kids coming in. Did some of them probably get an NIL deal or a promise of one? Yeah. I hope so. I hope Auburn's doing the same thing. I don't have a problem with it because the rules are right now there are no rules. And I don't know. They try and claim there are, but no one's enforcing them.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, there are rules. It's just we all ignore them.
Yeah.
We've all collectively decided to, okay, those don't exist anymore.
We've collectively decided to allow collectives in college football. So, you know, the whole thing, this reprimand, too, of both of them was worthless by the SEC. You know, you want to send a message and tell your coaches to behave, because it all starts with you guys. You're the heads of these programs, partially the heads of these universities. You need to act better. Both of y'all are suspended for your SEC openers, because that's what I control. I control this league. And if you do it again, you're going to get a 3-game SEC suspension. It's ridiculous.
So you think
these are grown men making millions upon millions, probably saving hundreds of millions of dollars in their lifetime, and they're arguing about recruiting classes, and he said, she said. What a joke, Andy.
What do you think about Texas A&M asking the commissioner to suspend Saban and fine him?
Well, I mean, that's rather rich after Jimbo Fisher's meltdown afterwards. I mean, come on, man. I don't blame you. I would have been upset too, but I don't think I'd have gone on TV and acted like that. I mean, I might act like I am right now, but I wouldn't be acting like that. That's ridiculous. He's a maniac.
It is. It was fun to watch from afar, though.
I hope it keeps going. Oh yeah. As a rival fan, they can just tear each other's hearts.
No doubt. Yeah. Up against another break here. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker! Brubaker!
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Wade here with you just for a couple more segments left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. And as Randy said the other day, you wish that you had listened to me about a year ago and you had called Mortgage Pro, but it's still not too late. Call them today, and you could still save yourself a little money. Also do some shout-out to our good friends that have just come on with us lately.
Yeah, Fairway Auto Brokers. I'm wearing their hat. You just saw the commercial. You're watching the show, and I know you are watching because it's the best show in the state of Alabama. And they're good friends of mine. Give my man Charlie Cox a call down there. That's Fairway Auto Brokers 1 and 2 in Auburn, in Opelika, and Airport Motors in Auburn. They're running a $500 immediately off summer car blitz special. Also, if you tell them Uncle T-Bone sent me, that's like saying open sesame. They just go crazy down there. Those are good friends of mine, Charlie Cox. And, you know, I got into and got to meet you guys because of Wickles Pickles. We hope to be back also this fall with Wickles. That was just such an amazing ride. Capped off with going to the 6A state championship game with Brett, being on the sidelines for that, and being on the air at halftime, broadcast all over the state. What a great deal. And it was such a beneficial, I mean, if you're on the fence thinking about teaming up with these guys here at the Auburn Blitz or the Alabama High School Athletic Radio Association Radio Network, get off the fence and get in. I can attest. Call me. I can tell you we got possibly something really big came up out of that. Can't. It's a teaser. But I just want you to be, in the next month or so, keeping an eye on Wickles Pickles and a possible collaboration in the South with something that's really special. And when it hits, I'll be right here to tell everybody about it.
The only thing we can say is it'll be tasty.
Oh, it's going to be big. Big. So, look, what we were talking about SEC Media Days, which basically just moves us into football season, because once it hits, and you remember the old days of the SEC network when SEC Media Days would just run for like 7 weeks straight, and that was the only thing they had, and you get tired of it, but it really is the kickoff.
Remember when SEC Media Days was actually in August?
Yeah, I do. They had to move it up. I mean, and they're moving the season up and lengthening it all at the same time. It's because college football is such a big money maker, and in the last 5 years, it's changed more than maybe in all of college football, other than when they brought in face masks.
Yeah, really.
I mean, so SEC Media Days though, is always exciting. It's going to be extra exciting with Saban and Fisher there. The media is going to go bananas. Because that's what the media does when there's any kind of confrontation and conflict. But for me, it's always just the unofficial kickoff to the college football season. That's when I used to go get the Lindy's and go get the Athlons, and probably will still get those, although you can just get them online. and just dive right into it. And, you know, like we already got Patrick. People are ready. People are ready.
Well, and everybody, and you got a variation of opinion out there. You think you got a lot of people that say, "Oh boy," they look at the right, they say, "You know, you had all these people transfer out." You look at these transfer portal, the guys. Auburn's got 10 transfers coming in. Look at them, they're like, are they going to help any? Well, they don't know what to do about quarterback. You know, we got a new offensive coordinator. You got a new defensive coordinator. You got different position coaches here and there. To say. You look at some people of that and say, well, okay. I mean, then they've corrected some of the problems from last year. They're going to be a lot better this year. I have a look at the schedule. I can see this, and then you have the pessimistic view for that. So, where do you land? Hey, here, let's look at the schedule. I mean,
this schedule
Auburn
is manageable.
Team.
This schedule is manageable. It opens up with 5 home games, which I hate. I hate that because.
Well, I think it's good for the team. It's maybe not good for fans.
Well, yeah, and I'm coming from the fan perspective. You're exactly right, and it's going to be hot, and I'll probably try and go to one of the games and not hydrate enough and try not to white eye right out there on the underneath the stands with and have paramedics hauling me out of there. With
first 2
with
games at night, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Or I would die, yes.
Yeah, I'll be hopefully in a pool somewhere listening to Andy Bertram and partaking in some adult beverages, or a.k.a. cold snacks. But Mercer, San Jose State, you won't learn a lot. Like, everyone got really excited last year after the first game because Bo Nix looked so good, and that offense was ridiculous. And that what Gus Malzahn offense, right? And then, they started getting into a little tougher competition. You got to circle the Penn State game.
Must win.
Must win.
I believe must win.
If you're going to have a successful season, it's just like last year. That game was indicative, looking back, and a foreshadowing of Auburn's season. There were moments in that game where Auburn was in complete control, solid, right there on the verge of taking care of business. And then there were moments where they didn't even look like they knew how to play football, when the guy's trying to run a reverse, holding the ball like this, and the ball goes fumbling around. And that game was what could have been, just like last year's season. So it's early, just like last year. This time it's at home. I hate it's a day game because I'd love to get a night game and get a little payback on how rowdy their fans were. But nevertheless, it's the indicator for the season. You got to get that game, or, I think you're just right back to where you were last season at the end of the season, Andy.
Yeah, I think 2 games last year, did we not have an inexplicable fumble where the guy didn't even get hit, and it cost basically the game? One of them was in the Penn State game. That was the first play of the second half, right?
It was, yeah.
And we fumbled. I mean, you're coming out thinking, okay, man, we've cut the lead in the first half. I feel great. We're going to go down and score. We're going to take the lead, and we're going to run away. And then we just give the game away right there. So it's plays like that. You would hope that you get a better handle on. So you're at home. Obviously, Auburn plays different, at home, or they play. I guess every team plays better at home, but there's something about Jordan-Hare Stadium. It is a special place. It is.
Sure.
It does create an enormous advantage for Auburn. So I see that one as absolutely must win.
There will be
Missouri and LSU, though, back-to-back right after that.
Yeah, that's letdown city. There will be so many people at that Penn State game, outside, inside. It's ridiculous. You want to capture that energy and keep it going all season, you better get yourself a W.
No doubt. Don't go anywhere. One final segment of the Auburn Blitz. Right on the way right after this.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Hope all of you have a wonderful weekend out there. I want to thank Wade for joining us on this Friday and being part of the Auburn Blitz. We always enjoy it when he stops by. Any thoughts as we kind of finish up talking about the Auburn football schedule for 2022?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. This is so much fun. Always, I love doing it. I love you guys. It's a great show. It always goes by too fast.
It does go by fast.
It's ridiculous. It's like we just started like a minute ago. The football schedule for Auburn, we got to Penn State. We've identified that as a must-win game for Auburn. It will indicate how the whole season went. We kind of broke down how last year's Penn State game was indicative of Auburn's season, of what could have been. And I think that it'll be very important for Auburn's season on what will be in 2022. The games, you have 4 SEC games after that Penn State game, 2 of them at home, Missouri's homecoming, and then LSU comes to town. And I think you're catching LSU at the right time, earlier in the season than late. Their new coach, Brian Kelly, is going to have them pretty solid by the end of next year, and he's a great football coach. He's proven commodity, and then so that's a good time to catch them. If you beat Penn State though, that Missouri game, you better watch out. It's your classic letdown game.
True.
And then it's at Georgia, at Ole Miss. I'm just going to put an L by Georgia because right now I don't think Auburn's man enough to beat Georgia. There, I said it, and it makes me sick to say that, but it's the truth. Ole Miss, Andy. Everybody loves Lane Kiffin. He's the man. He still hasn't beaten Auburn as a head football coach. I got to see it to believe it. So if they can get through those first, 7 games with only a loss to Georgia, they catch a bye, and then host Arkansas with Sam Pittman, who's been anointed for some reason as the next Bear Bryant, who's yet to beat Auburn also as a head coach.
Right.
They catch them at home. They go to at Mississippi State. Who knows what they'll be. And then they catch A&M at home. This schedule is manageable. It's tough. It's always tough. Auburn plays one of the toughest schedules year in, year out. But it's very manageable. And then, you got Western Kentucky and then at Alabama. Auburn could, Patrick, are you listening, be a one-loss team going into Tuscaloosa at the end of next season, who will be number 1 in the country at that time.
Now, that would shock the world, for sure.
That would be a shock.
There is no question
But I
about
think
that.
it all revolves around what happens with that Penn State game. It better be circled right now and what they're working for this entire summer. Very important.
I would agree 100%. I mean, I think the Mercer San Jose State games gives you 2 games to figure out, work out the kinks before you get to Penn State. I mean, that Penn State game at home, huge audience. It gives you an opportunity, if you win that game, to gain some confidence from it, like you said. If you can start at least 5-1, with a loss, surviving a loss to maybe Georgia on the road. I mean, that's a confident Auburn team going to the second half of the year. You got it. Auburn has just always played well against Ole Miss. If they don't go into the Mississippi State game thinking we owe you something.
Oh yeah.
Then you need to leave.
Then you don't have the right man as your football
No.
coach, because we do owe them something. That was probably one of the worst losses in Auburn football history in my fandom since 1982, since Bo went over the top. And Mississippi, that was just a debacle. I still don't even know what happened. I can't and I don't want to hear it's because Bo Nix got hurt. That meltdown started long before Bo Nix got hurt in that game. It was like 8 minutes of Hades.
Yes.
What happened?
Still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, and to let that old guy come over here and plant a pirate flag right there in the middle of Jordan-Hare Stadium. I don't know if he did or not, but that's what I'd be telling my team.
Yeah. One final thing, Arch Manning going to Texas.
He couldn't have gone to a better coach, in my opinion. Steve Sarkisian is the premier quarterback developer in college football right now, and that's a fact. That guy's a great coach. Look at what he did with Mac Jones.
Okay. Hey, well, I mean, I think you're right. I think it says, look, I mean, of course, Texas will be in the SEC, but he's saying I'm not following anybody's footsteps. I'm blazing my own trail.
Yep.
Good for him.
Yep. Yeah, he'll do well out there as long as he stays healthy. I think Sarkisian's a fantastic coach, and like if I had a young son who was a 5-star, can't miss prospect, I would be taking a hard look at where Steve Sarkisian is. That guy, when he's on his game, and he has been the last couple of years. I know Texas struggled last year, but that's as close as a rebuild as Auburn was.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's national championship or bust. He's either he wins it all or he's a bust.
Well, I wish we had more time and we could talk about the impact of Oklahoma and Texas coming into the SEC. I think it's just the first of the 2 major dominoes in 5 years. We're going to be looking at a whole different college football world, my friend. Hopefully we'll still be here talking about it.
I would hope so. Some birthdays today. How about Chuck Taylor? Who didn't have a pair of Chuck Taylor?
I had a bright orange pair, War Eagles.
How about Jeff Beck? Great Jeff Beck. Mick Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Kurt Smith, Tears for Fears fan.
That's more of a Violent Femmes fan.
Oh, come on, man. Petra and Co. Lovely.
Strong
How about
bull.
Daniel Spencer? D from What's Happening.
All right.
JJ Redick and Lionel Messi all aboard on this day. Thank you, Wade, for joining us on the Auburn Blitz, and thank you all out there for joining us. He is Wade Bennett. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.